It's Miss McMahon here to teach counting coins with you, lesson 3 of our money unit. I found a cool way that we could still do our lesson online, and you can follow along on your packets or just by watching here. So I'm going to go ahead and get to a new file, and we see it says to count a group of coins, start with the coin that has the greatest value, count to find the total. So when you're looking at something like this, there's a pile of coins. You want to separate them out. So we're going to go in, and the best way I like to think of it is knowing the value of each type of coin first. So we have a quarter, dime, nickel, and a penny. And we're going to put how much that's worth next to it. So a quarter is 25 cents, a dime is 10 cents, a nickel is 5 cents, and a penny is 1 cent. A cent is shown with a C with a line through it, but it was a little tricky to draw with my mouse. So after we do that, we're going to sort the coins, not by the size of it, the physical size, but the value of it. So quarters go first, then dimes, and in this case, there's no nickels, so we're going to put a penny. And then we can do our normal counting process by counting on. So 25 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents, 61 cents, 62 cents, and that gives you your total of 62 cents. We got it right. It checks our answers for us. Now it's going to give us number 1. This is on your MyMath packet if you turn to the See and Show page. We're going to do the exact same thing, but this time it looks like there's no quarters. Don't let the nickels fool you. Sometimes I like to have the coins next to me to help kind of remember what they look like so you don't get tricked up there. So we're going to move our dimes. I like to draw arrows when it gives you a pile like this instead of rewriting them. So we're moving those coins. So there's 2 dimes, 3 nickels, and 1 penny. Then underneath, we're going to write the value and count on. So 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36. And we get our total. While we're waiting for this to go and check our work, make sure you check your neatness and that you followed along. Same thing here. We have different coins, this time a variety of all of them. So when you go through, when it has these drawings, the faded one, you can trace over it too. But sometimes it's nice to organize the coins to keep track of what goes where and things like that. So we're going to organize our quarter, our 3 dimes, our nickel, and our penny way over there. I always say we want to let them find a home. So all these coins are finding a home from greatest to least. So 25 cents, 35 cents, 45 cents, 55 cents, 60 cents, 61 cents. Your total is 61 cents. We got it right. So how does skip counting help you count groups of different coins? This is a good time to pause the video and to try to answer this question yourself. I'm going to put up some thoughts I have. Say if you know counting by your 1s, 5s, 10s, and 25s, then you can count on pretty fast with your mental math, so it's good to practice. I'm going to do the first few problems with you guys. This is our first time doing a recorded math lesson like this, so follow along if you'd like. If you feel like you have a good grasp on it, then you can go ahead and continue on your own. So I drew a little house to remind us that we're going to find all the coins at home. And as you notice, there's not the faded drawing of the coins. So this time we're going to draw it and put the value inside. So I drew that quarter with 25 in it and crossed off the original. Now I'm doing the same for the dime and the nickels. So there's 1 dime and 2 nickels. Make sure you cross them off as you go so you don't forget anything. For a penny, we're putting a 1 because the value is only 1 cent. And once you have that, you can switch over and go down the line, counting on with values. So 25, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, and there's our total, 47 cents. Let's do another one. It's almost the same, just different coins. So we're going to go through and we're going to draw our coins. It doesn't have to be a a perfect circle, but and don't worry about having it to scale as long as the value is the correct inside of it. So our quarter 25, our 3 dimes here for 10 cents each, then our 2 pennies following along. And now we're going to count on 25, 35, 45, 55, 56, 57 cents. And we got it right there, so we're going to keep going. This one's different. So it says draw and label the coins from greatest to least. This is actually what we were doing before. We just have to draw our own kind of system to keep it organized. So it's going to be important that you have plenty of room to write. So we have our coins all mixed up here, and I'm noting here to find the value, we want to remember what that means. So the value, if you remember, is how much it is worth. And if I can place value, when you have 500, the 5 stands for 500s, not just 5 itself. So we're doing that with coins. A quarter is 25, so we want to make sure the value is inside of it. And then we're going to keep going with our dimes here, crossing them off as we go and drawing them with tens inside. Last but not least, our penny. And now we're going to compound those values by adding on. So 25, 50, 60, 70, 80, 81. Let's put that total up there. Like we're doing a good job here. This is the same sort of problem, so we're going to skip it because I want to show you one of the word problems before moving on. You're going to start seeing the vocabulary for our different coins. We have 1 quarter, 3 dimes, 1 nickel, and 7 pennies. How much money do you have? Because we're finding a total, we're going to want to add. As you can see on the board, I'm trying to find those coins I used earlier, and they somehow went missing. So you can skip that a little bit until I decide to just draw them, which we will probably be doing in the future anyway. So if you are already reading that and want to get a head start and draw your coins and then compare them to mine, that would be really great. As we see, I get started with my quarter, my 3 dimes, my 1 nickel, and my 7 pennies. I drew the 7 pennies first before adding the 1 inside, just so I could keep it going. And because they don't have the lines underneath, I started counting on and used commas to separate each total as I continued on. So I had 25, 35, 45, 55, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. So our total is 67 cents. It never hurts to go back and double count if you want. But we see here that we did get the answer, which is very exciting. Now that we have that, I really believe in you guys, and I would love to see you guys try number 7 on your own and to complete the rest of the packet. So it says Luke wants to buy a bouncy ball that costs 25 cents. He has 5 pennies, 1 dime, and 2 nickels. Does Luke have enough money? So it's a 2-part question. Make sure that you draw your coins out, find the total value, and then you can answer yes or no if he has enough. You can do this. I believe in you, and we'll see you next time. Bye, second grade.